Microphone hash shadows of Blackridge. Blackridge, Colorado. A quiet town surrounded by endless forests, where life seemed safe and uneventful. Until one cold November night, a car was found abandoned on a deserted road. Inside lay Daniel Mercer, a local businessman, slumped over the steering wheel. 2 bullets to the chest. His wallet, watch, and phone still in place. This was no robbery. This was an execution. Detective Elliot Graves took the case. The victim's phone showed a final call made at 10:14 p.m. to an unregistered number. But when Graves questioned Mercer's wife, Laura, she claimed her husband had no enemies. Her trembling voice suggested otherwise. A colleague of Mercer's revealed more. In the weeks before his death, Daniel had been anxious, leaving the office suddenly after receiving strange messages. When Graves restored fragments of deleted data from his phone, only one phrase remained: "The forest doesn't forget." Then, an anonymous call came in. A distorted voice said, "If you want the truth, check the woods behind the old sawmill. But come alone." Graves followed the lead. Deep in the woods, buried under dead leaves, he uncovered a wooden box. Inside were photographs. Daniel Mercer, standing with armed men, exchanging suspicious packages. But one picture stood out: Daniel and Laura Mercer, smiling beside Sergeant Cole Barrett, a well-respected police officer in Blackridge. Rumors had always linked Barrett to illegal trafficking, but nothing had ever been proven. Until now. When Graves confronted Laura, she broke down. Daniel had discovered Barrett was laundering money through his company. He wanted out. He wanted to expose it. But Barrett found out first. And Daniel paid with his life. That night, another call came. The same voice whispered, "Drop the case, or you'll be the next body on that road." But Graves refused to back down. Instead, he set a trap. He arranged a meeting at the sawmill, claiming he would hand over the evidence. When Sergeant Barrett arrived, gun in hand, federal agents were already waiting. Barrett snarled, "You don't know who you're dealing with, Graves." But before he could fire, he was surrounded and arrested. As he was taken away in handcuffs, Barrett smiled coldly. "Taking me down won't change a thing. This whole town is built on shadows." Months later, Laura Mercer left Blackridge for good, haunted by guilt and secrets too dangerous to ever be spoken aloud. Detective Graves stood once more on the deserted road where it all began. And he knew the truth. In small towns, secrets are like ghosts. They never disappear. They just wait for the next victim. Months passed. To the public, the case was closed. The corrupt officer was behind bars. Justice had been served. But for Detective Graves, something was wrong. One question still haunted him. Who made the anonymous calls that led him to the truth? When Graves dug into the phone records, the discovery was chilling. The calls didn't come from an unknown number. They came from inside the Blackridge Police Department. So if Barrett was already locked away, who else was pulling the strings? Late one night, Graves returned to the sawmill, the scene of Barrett's downfall. There, carved into the old wooden beams, he found a symbol, a circle with 3 lines crossing through it. Locals whispered about it. They called it the Mark of the Circle. A secret group said to control smuggling routes, extortion rings, and even murders. A network buried deep in Blackridge history. It was then Graves realized Daniel Mercer's death wasn't the end of the story. It was only the beginning. Because just weeks later, another body was found. On the very same deserted road where Mercer had been killed. Shot twice in the chest. The exact same signature. Graves stood at the crime scene, the cold wind cutting through the silence. And in that moment, he knew. Barrett was never the mastermind. He was just a pawn. The real power in Blackridge was still out there, still watching, still killing. And the ghosts of the town had only begun to rise. Blackridge remained quiet, on the surface. But Detective Graves knew the shadows never truly left. They only waited for the next secret to be uncovered.